Right, I'm in a real situation. I've been in a situation for 6 years. I've been basically targeted. I was running my own business. I was about to enter a serious relationship. Very simple life, nothing going on. Didn't see anybody. Looking after myself, drug-free, everything. My life was destroyed. Keir Starmer put effectively a hitman above me, who over the course of 6 months stopped me sleeping. He was on coke all the time, destroyed my life. Anyway, the ends and all, completely destroyed me. And the next 5.5 years, I've had surveillance on me. Basically, I was posting on COVID at the time and was posting information that they didn't want me to have. So they put this guy on to destroy me. And since then, I've had this highly paid. I've been called the most expensive person, and it's the second time I've had to leave the flat because it's all become too much, because I picked them up. And it's been proven because I'm over in the east now in Langkawi. And I was writing about the Langkawi drug bust before it happened, because the British police were picking them up and they were setting all the people up in Langkawi here. And so there was a huge drug bust, and I was talking about it before it happened. So when I say I'm picking people up, they have me as the most psychic person they've ever witnessed. And I can pick them up at all times. I always know when they're there. So you can imagine what torture that is when someone's on when you've got 2 teams a day changing after 12-hour shifts. They're on your every move, and at night time they're nearby. And it resulted in the pressure on my relationship with my girlfriend at the time, who ended up dying because of the pressures it was creating on the relationship. That was terrible. I've had to live with a lot of different things. My best mate was set up by the guy upstairs who nicked his prescription drugs, and he ended up in a mental hospital blaming me. I've been through the mire, unbelievable, because the situation's too ridiculous. I mean, you think, well, you're nobody. This is what my friends are saying. You know, no one's going to pay for teams for 6 years on you. I mean, you're not a Russian spy, for God's sakes, come on. But the thing is, this is the vaccine companies. They've got hundreds of billions of pounds. And this is what they do to people. And apparently when you're set up by them, you don't survive. That's what I've heard. Keir Starmer is the guy that put them onto me. I've heard that Trudy will be paid 7 million when I'm nailed down or whatever. I don't know if that's true or not. There's been a lot of things in the conversations that have worked out to be true, and I've been putting them together to draw a picture of what actually is happening. Why are these people on me and stuff? And over 5-6 years, the last year, I've started writing them all down and putting them onto Facebook, in the conversations on Facebook, which I add to every day. And this has made a mosaic, although the police have been polluting the conversations because they want to weaponise my friends against me on the psytrance scene. Now, I wrote a story about, it was a true story of the guy upstairs and what he did to me. It was a diary, and they called it The Statement. And when my prescription drugs were nicked by my bed after 5 months of no sleeping, I had some sleeping pills off my doctor. Steve upstairs, they nicked my pills from my bed. They had the keys at the time to the flat. And so distraught, I sent the statement out because I knew they were setting up all my friends. Steve was onto all my friends, and warning them about what was going to happen and what situation I'd been in the last few years and why I'd never not turned up. And since then, he's been on to all my friends, and the vaccine companies have now taken control of the crowd. They've been set up by various important people and stuff. And I'm not talking about the vaccine or anything, it's people that are coming to me talking about the vaccine. And because I don't want to be woken up all the time like I've had for 5 years or so, I've started writing down the conversations at night time to deter people going near me and waking me up, dictaphoning them, transcribing them. And so this is all added up, and the vaccine's been mentioned so many times. I'm just sick to death of it. You know, I mean, it's not something I talk about, but it's been talked about a lot, and I'm sick to death of it. And apparently there's some kind of thing, it's in the conversations, I don't know what's going on and whether they're sticking it in the drugs or not. I don't know what comments are true on there, what isn't true. Have a look through and see what you think. I don't know, I just write down what they've said. I don't know whether it's a ploy or whatever. So this has been going on. I'm being tortured. They're making out that I've made up the conversations, which is not true. It's provable by the Langkawi entries and other things. There's been many things that have happened. There's one prostitute that admitted who came up to me one night, and I questioned her eventually. I didn't do anything or anything, but I thought, well, I can get some information. She said she'd been set up to set me up. There's been a lot of different things through this whole holiday, loads, a sprinkling of all sorts. They've been on me like a limpet, absolute limpet. It's a high-end, top level security operation. That's another word they use for it, their terms. And I'm an important person apparently. I don't know why they regard me as that. Is it to do with me being able to connect with them? I mean, it's not everybody. I'm just picking them up. They stand out like a nun in a glacier to me at night. I mean, in a quiet night in a village, in a town like this, I can pick them up and always know exactly where they're at. That's what happens after 6 years. The surveillance should never last more than 2 weeks. So the take all from this is that they want to put me into a mental hospital for the next 2 years. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm completely mentally well. And then they want to set up all my friends. My friends have been set up to set the whole scene up, and then they're going to get the whole scene to set me up, and by Christmas put me in prison for a few years and keep charging me while I'm in prison to keep me there indefinitely, where they'll mess me up, and if I come out they'll put me in a mental hospital for the rest of my life. So yeah, basically they destroyed all my life. I've got no money, I've got no flat, I've been kicked out of my flat. They stole my passport, left me abandoned and stranded in Bali. There's been a shitload of things that have happened to me. It's frayed all my friendships, it's destroyed some people. Yeah, it's been unbelievable. I've brought myself back from ruin to carry on with my music, to carry on with my promise to my dead partner Trudy that I'd carry on my DJ and be successful. But I've been unable to do a lot of these things. I've had no quality time, no time by myself. It's been an absolute nightmare because I'm hounded by them no matter where I go. And my parents are 78, they're both 78. They need a peaceful recovery. My dad's recovering from cancer. You know, he went through cancer. And so this is a shit sort of retirement for them. We need some peace. But not only that, I think the UK drug scene needs to be left alone because the police taking over it and getting rid of all the drug distributors. So they supply all the drugs and their quality of drugs. I don't know if that's acceptable. I don't know. But I don't like how I've been made out as a part of this equation when I'm not even having anything to do with the drug scene. So that's the thing. Oh, and they're going to make me out as dangerous as well. That's another thing. They're going to make me out as nasty, dangerous, mental, and they took over the newspapers to put a real smear campaign on me. And it's totally twisted, totally evil. And what they're doing to people, they're setting everybody up. And Starmer wants to set everybody up in the UK apparently. Loads of people are set up back now. It's phones, technology, on or off, you can listen through your phone. So they're picking everything up, AI can be used, and they'll give you a full rundown on all the parts all the shit that you've talked about, what type of person you are, all the rest of it. I've learned all this from the conversations. If you want to find them the conversations are on Facebook, and my setup, more links from there is on the group, the setup on Facebook. What a fucking pain in the ass. But anyway, have a look at it, see what you think. And yeah, and share this video because it's relevant to everybody. Because everybody doesn't want to be set up.